Whatever you do right now, do not buy a used Switch 2. This is a warning, an alert. Do not buy a used Switch 2. When a new console like the Switch 2 hits the market, guys, there's always that group of people that are looking to save some cash by snagging themselves a used unit. And I get it. $450 for just the base model of the Switch 2 is not cheap. And if you're going for the $500 bundled version with Mario Kart World, you're already flirting with next gen pricing. So naturally, people start checking out trade-in deals, used listings, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, wherever you can score a discount. But there's a serious issue flying out under the radar right now, and it can cost you hundreds of dollars. I watched RGT85's video about the same exact topic today, and he brought up some good talking points. So I wanted to give my opinion on it. So right now, used Switch 2 systems are starting to pop up online. Normally, you would just check for things like scratches, dead pixels, maybe Joy-Con drift, right? See, okay, this console is in good shape. Let me go ahead and buy it from this person selling it secondhand. But with the Switch 2, there's a whole much bigger problem right now that can leave you with a $450 paperweight, and it's all tied to something that's called the MIG Switch. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. However, if you're not, the MIG Switch is a sketchy little cartridge device that was originally made for the Switch OG that lets users play backups of games. In reality, it's a piracy tool, and Nintendo knows it. It's cool and all that. I didn't get one, but it is pretty cool to look at the features that it can do. The issue is that if you use your MIG Switch with your Switch 2, Nintendo is bricking it. Yeah. People have been trying to use these MIG switches with the new Switch 2, and it's not going well, guys. Here's what's happening, okay? People are loading these modified carts with ROMs, sticking them in their Switch 2s, and going online. And Nintendo's system is flagging it. I don't know what their procedure is, their protocol, but most likely it's because multiple consoles are using the same game ID or cartridge dump. And this was RGT85's theory in his video. And as a result, bada boom, your console gets banned from online play. And essentially it's rendering it useless. Now, here's where it gets worse, guys. If you try to factory reset one of these flag systems, let's say you accidentally break your Switch or you buy one that has been compromised, I guess I would say, without online access, it bricks. It bricks fully. We're talking about not even be able to use it. You can't even play games. You can't boot normally. There's no offline functionality. It's completely dead. A dead system. And guess what? Some people who own these brick Switch 2s aren't just throwing them in the trash, guys. They're returning them to Walmart, okay? Retailers like Walmart, they really don't check. You just tell them, hey, it's defective. They'll give you store credit or let you get a brand new one, and business goes, right? And you might accidentally end up buying one of these refurbished systems that they might sell at a discounted rate or something like that. Who knows? All right, these are going out there back on the shelves. People are actually getting them, accidentally getting them. I've seen reports of Reddit of people buying consoles at Walmart and they're not working. What's even worse, though, is some people are listing them as slightly used consoles online, whether it's eBay, whether it's, Facebook Marketplace. We got people selling these units and lying about them being bricked. So if you're bargain hunting for a used Switch 2, guys, please use caution. You might be unknowingly buying one of these paperweights, okay? So how do you protect yourself? I watched RGT's advice. I'm going to give a little bit of mine too. The first thing is avoid random online sellers unless they have some kind of strong return policy. Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist are not it. Okay, those are especially risky. eBay at least has buyer protection. If you use your PayPal, I think you can protect yourself with that as well. Use a good place, okay? If you're meeting some dude in the middle of nowhere, like in a sketchy little back alley or a parking lot, like RGT85 said, you're running risk of some dude getting you. I remember one time I bought an Intellivision 2 model, and I thought I was getting a good deal. I paid for it, brought it home, didn't work. It was all broken. I got. Yeah, no refunds, nothing like that. And again, like I said, use platforms with buyer protection like eBay, Mercari. But even then, you're still taking a chance. You still might get got on those platforms, especially eBay. I've fallen for some stuff in the past, but it's a little bit more reliable and a little bit more safe for you guys. My safest bet, my safest opinion is GameStop, though, guys, or official refurbished sellers. So if Best Buy selling a refurbished console or something like that, if you're buying used, I would go that route. GameStop, Best Buy, whoever sells refurbished, even Amazon, verified Amazon sells refurbished stuff. You might find a console on there. You could check functionality at GameStop on the spot, in all honesty. In fact, they should be doing that. Most of the time, according to my friends that work at GameStop, they actually test the devices when they take them in. They see if they function and if they're able to put it back out there and sell it to you guys. And guess what? If it doesn't work, GameStop has a really good return policy if it's messed up. So the main thing to know and take note of right now is that the Switch 2 just came out not even a month ago. So right now, the used Switch 2 market is small. Most of the early sellers out there are scalpers. People that were hoping to flip the console and make a buck off of it. So, we're fighting scalpers to begin with, right? But then now we have these people with issues. These people that have tried to do stuff that Nintendo doesn't like, that Nintendo immediately bricks. So these people have issues where they have useless Switches and they're not being completely honest. And they're flooding the gates. So you got to be careful, guys, which is why I'm recommending you don't buy a used Switch right now. So unless the deal is spotless, it's better to just wait. Okay? Just wait. I know you want to get a deal. I know you don't want to spend retail. But it's unfortunate that right now, this little MIG Switch, which is a shady device that promotes piracy, let's be honest, is causing all these real consequences for honest buyers, for people that actually want to get a good deal for a Switch 2. But that's where we are at this point in time, all right? The digital age caused this, all right? So be smart, be cautious. Don't rush into buying a used Switch 2 at this time unless you absolutely know what you're getting. Test it. Turn it on. See if it boots. Find a way, okay? Go to GameStop is what I'm saying right now. If you have to buy used, I don't think you're going to run into a used console at a GameStop anytime soon, but you never know, right? You never know. So I just wanted to pass this PSA along. Again, I saw RGT's video. I name dropped him like 5 times this video. But I saw his video. I also read Reddit posts. If you go on Reddit right now, there's a lot of people having these issues with their Switch 2s that they're buying secondhand. This is something that's becoming a trending issue here, guys. And I don't want any of you guys to fall victim to getting a used Switch 2 console and it not working and you're getting ripped off. So let me know in the comments if you've seen any weird Switch 2 listings out there. Are you holding off on buying used or are you going new only? I want to hear your stories. And if you're new here, guys, consider subscribing for more Nintendo news, tips, buyer alerts like this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Check you later. Peace out.